and and you made a comment about social media, and it tied in perfectly with what you said initially about somebody saying you're so normal. Can you tell me exactly what you said before we hit record about the social media and what the Lord spoke to you?
Yeah, sure. So, right, part of the political process is you hire people who've done politics before, and some of their job is to figure out where all of the landmines are in your life. And so, somebody kind of advised me when I was about to run for office. And by the way, this is a long journey, TJ. I want to share a little bit about that as well. But when I was getting very close to making my decision public, they said, "Hey, you really need to go back through all of your social media and make sure there's nothing uncanny, not any red solo cup pictures of you in a basement when you were in some kind of other environment." And I stayed awake late at night for a couple of nights, going through my social media and kind of looking for this stuff. And it was honestly pretty vanilla. It was like my kids and, me in a really pretty place in Peru. It wasn't anything that was like that. But finally, on maybe the third day, the Lord just said, "If you remove it, does it mean that it didn't happen?" Right. And it was just kind of this clarity moment for me that I think a lot of people spend their whole lives chasing an illusion of themselves instead of just owning what they have or haven't done, really being frank about mistakes that they've made. And look, I think we all should highlight the things that have gone well for us. It's part of carrying the testimony. It's part of reviving the things that are dead and not reflecting on the dead man, that is who we were before. But ultimately, I wasn't trying to create and edit out a life that was that existed before. I just was like, if something comes up and somebody wants to attack me, which I actually have come to now expect and actually treat it as a sign of blessing. I'm like, if somebody's attacking me, it means I'm doing something right. Then I need to have a different attitude toward my past, and I can't be afraid of it. So I felt like it was just part of the Lord coaching me on how we own the things that we've done and what we need to do with that going forward. So I am thoughtful about what I put on social media. I always have been, but it wasn't time to freak out about it or think about how people would use it against me. If I said it, I said it. If I did it, I did it. And that was just as clear as it needed to be.
Yeah, unbelievable, like revelation in that moment. And the other thing is, and you said this, and I want to highlight this too. You didn't say it now, but you said it earlier. You said, there were things that I've shared that I believed, and beliefs can change over time. It was something to
Okay.
that effect, right?
Totally.
And
Yeah.
and I think it's the definition of grace, right? It's I am where I am, and God's more concerned with the person I'm becoming than who I've been.
That's right.
And it sounds like there's just that focus, that laser focus. This is the person I'm becoming. This is the person God's made me to be, and I want to become more and more like that every single day in His original design for me. And I also understand I've done things, and I probably will continue to, not intentionally, that are maybe not as exactly aligned with that. And so I think that message for people is super, super important.